Australia roared back with record-breaking dominance for 2 games. Australia had looked flat, toothless, even a little ordinary. Bowled out under 200 in back-to-back matches. They were staring down the barrel of an unprecedented home whitewash. But in Mackay, with pride at stake, the old giants of world cricket bared their teeth. What followed was a spectacular batting exhibition. 431, 4-2, Australia's second highest ODI score ever, powered by a triple act of centuries. Travis Head's authoritative 142, Mitchell Marsh's composed 100, and Cameron Green's electrifying 180 not out off just 47 balls. Add to that Alex Carey's 50 asterisk, and the scoreboard became a monument to dominance, brutality, and the release of pent-up frustration. This was history made. Only the second time in ODI history that the top 3 batters all scored centuries in the same innings. South Africa, a decade ago, against West Indies. Here, fittingly, the Australians turned the tables on South Africa. Head, Marsh, and Green put on a show. Marsh's decision to bat first, breaking a streak of 22 tosses where he chose to bowl, proved inspired. With Robada injured and Ngidi rested, South Africa's attack looked threadbare, and the Australians pounced. Head blazed his way to a 32-ball 50, driving, cutting, and pulling with trademark aggression. Marsh played anchor, working himself into rhythm, and together they forged a partnership of 250 runs for the first wicket, Australia's 4th highest opening stand. Head's century came in just 80 balls, ending a drought of 25 innings without an international ton. Marsh reached his 100 from 105 deliveries, his power strokes reminding South Africa of his World Cup exploits. But the real fireworks were still to come. Promoted up the order, Cameron Green arrived with license to thrill. And thrill he did. With long levers and raw power, he smashed 6s at will, dismantling South Africa's young Kwena Mafaga and launching 3 in a row off his 100 came off just 47 balls, the second fastest for Australia in ODIs. And he finished unbeaten on 118. His maiden ODI ton. Carey joined the party with a breezy 50 asterisk, as the pair added 164 runs in just 13.3 overs at over 12 and over. By the time the dust settled, Australia had scored 126 runs in the final 10 overs. South Africa's bowlers were battered, their lines wayward, and their fielders shut. Connolly's coming of age of the first innings was about the old guard and a rising star. The second belonged to Australia's next generation. Cooper Connolly, just 22 years old, claimed 5 for 22, becoming the youngest Australian to take an ODI 5-4, and the first spinner since 2023 to achieve the feat. South Africa's reply was doomed from the start. Aiden Markram fell in the second over. Rickleton followed soon after, and even Captain Bavuma, briefly aggressive, chopped on 419. At 54-4, chasing 432 was a fantasy. Dould Brewis, with his 49, showed glimpses of defiance, striking 2 6s off Zampa, but when he holed out on the brink of a half-century, Connolly took over. Assisted by 2 breathtaking catches from Marnus Labuschagne at long, he ran through the middle order before sealing his 5-4 with Maharaji's stumping. South Africa were bundled out for 155 in just 25 overs, slumping to their heaviest defeat by runs in ODI history, minus 276 runs. A consolation, but a statement? Yes. South Africa had already won the series 2-1. But this match mattered. Australia restored pride, avoided the ignominy of a whitewash, and reminded the cricketing world that they can still produce the most devastating performances when cornered. For South Africa, it was a sobering collapse after the high of 2 commanding wins. Their young seamers looked overawed, their batting wilted, and their fielding buckled. For Australia, it was catharsis centuries from Head, Marsh, and Green, a maiden 5-4 from and the roar of a team refusing to bow out meekly on home soil. The series belongs to South Africa. The night in Mackay, that will forever belong to Australia.